Hi, welcome to Susan Cooks. Today I am cooking lemon chicken using a spatchcock chicken, which I did in my previous video. And by the way, in the future I'm going to have a video for chicken under a brick, which also requires a spatchcock chicken. Another yummy recipe. So we're going to go through the steps for how to get this chicken prepared to make the best lemon chicken you are ever going to taste in your life, if you like lemon. Okay, so we have the spatchcock chicken here, which has been patted dry. I took the trimmings from that and put them into this pan. I'm going to go ahead and add some water to this so that this can be cooking away. And we'll get a little bit of stock out of this to use in the gravy that goes with this, in the sauce. So the first thing we have to do is take 3 tablespoons of grated lemon rind. I just want to go over some tricks with lemon rind. Number one, I think there should be a law against recipes that say a half a cup of lemon juice, and then the next thing is 3 tablespoons of lemon rind. Wait a minute, once you've squeezed the lemon, the party is over. So make sure you read the recipe and you know that if you need the lemon rind, if you need this grated lemon, then you do that before you go ahead with with squeezing the lemon juice. So we need 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. We need 3 tablespoons of grated lemon rind, and to the grated lemon rind, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to go light on the salt. You can always add salt, you can't take it out. And 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm a low carb, I ordinarily don't use sugar. I felt there was a reason. I've made this a lot of times. I think the sugar, always sugar, helps things to brown better, and it just takes a little bit of that tang off the lemon. Okay, so now once we have that put together, we're going to stir that up. It won't be a paste. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Bring our chicken over here. Okay, this is going good. We're going to put this on the back burner now. Get it out of the way and turn it on low. Oh, and you know, always a little bit of salt while that's cooking. Not much. But you can't, if you don't put the salt in while you're cooking, sometimes you miss the flavor of the salt. You can't just top it with it later. Now what we're going to do with our spatchcock chicken is we are going to put this, all but 1 teaspoon of this mixture, under the skin. And to do that, we're going to have to pull the skin away from the flesh. And get your hand in there and you're going to go all the way. You may find this gross, tough. This is just the way to do it. And it's definitely going to change the flavor. Okay, so we did that. Now we're going to put a nice big amount in here. And we're going to spread it out underneath the skin. So you have the lemon, sugar, and salt underneath the skin. Now we're going to go under the other breast, all the way up to the neck, where the neck was. And we're going to put another bit of lemon, salt, and sugar. And get that spread out. We don't want it all in a clump. Get it as smooth as you can over the flesh of the chicken. Now we're going to go in this way and get over the drumstick and the thigh. You don't want to leave out the dark meat. Dark meat tastes good. It's got great flavor, a little bit more fat, but we don't want it to miss out on the lemon. So we got to get in there with the lemon, sugar, salt combo. And then we've got 1 more to go. Okay. More here. Oops. Underneath the skin, all the way down onto the thigh, onto the leg. And then I think I can probably take just a little bit make sure that the breasts are well covered. Okay, ta-da! Okay, now I am going to wash my hands with soap and water. When you're handling chicken, keep those hands clean. And I'm going to be touching my pepper grinder, I'm going to be touching my salt well, so I want my hands to be clean. I spared you singing happy birthday. We're gonna take pepper. On this one, I'm a big fan of coarse ground pepper, but I love this pepper grinder. This is Cole and Mason pepper grinder. And I've got it set on fine. For this particular recipe, I want it to be fine. I don't want the big coarse stuff. Then I'm going to be very careful with the salt. I'm going to use my salt shaker, and not much. You don't really need much because you've got a whole teaspoon of salt in that lemon rind. Okay, so we're going to set this to the side, and we need this salt can go. I don't want to use any more salt. Last time I made it, I don't know, I got it way too salty. So we're going to put 8 ounces of water, 1 cup of water into the measure. And then we're going to top that with 2 cups of, this is chicken broth. Chicken broth is made from the meatier parts of the chicken. I'm just a little bit shy. We're just going to call that a day. This is a fairly small chicken. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put liquid around here that comes about halfway up the thigh. So we don't want it swimming anyway. So, and then we have our 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice to put in there as well. And then, don't forget the last of your lemon rind with the salt and sugar in it. I'm going to take a little of this and put it in here just to make sure I get all the goodie out of this bowl. Okay. And now we're going to swish this all together. And make sure you don't pour it on top of the chicken because you'll wash off the salt and the pepper that you just put on it. Oh yeah, definitely this is enough. We didn't need the full 3 cups. Okay, this is halfway up the thighs. So in this cooking process, what we're going to find is that the skin on the breast is exposed, and it's a hot oven. It's 475 degrees, and the meatier dark meat parts are down in the broth. So I don't know why one leg is going one way and one the other. There. That's what we need to do. Okay. That just a little tiny bit of salt on top. Okay. Now, nothing to do for 45 minutes. So I am going to move this table out of the way, pop this in the oven, and tell you goodbye for a while. So, chickie into the oven, 475 degrees. I check it at 40 minutes, and the original recipe I had, I never leave a recipe alone, and the original recipe I had said 45 minutes, and I think it's too much. So actually, I'm going to check this at 30. I will see you later. Ta-ta. Hi everyone, I'm back. The chicken is out of the oven. It was perfect at 30 minutes. This is a small chicken. I also have a convection oven. If you have a convection oven, sometimes you have to adjust timing. So with a normal oven, you might have to go 35 or 40 minutes, especially if the chicken is a little bit larger. But this one was ready to go at 30 minutes. It was 177 degrees with my instant read thermometer in the thigh. So now I have the burner on high, and we're going to start to reduce that sauce. This chicken has already been resting for about 12 or 13 minutes. It has to rest about 20 minutes. So we need to reduce that, and then we are going to add at the very end some chopped parsley. Parsley is one of those herbs that you don't want to put in too soon. It retains its nutrition better if you do it later in the process. You kind of wear it out if you put it in the soup too soon. Okay, so I've already talked about knives, how you slice through the herbs. You see me sliding the knife. You don't chop. If you chop, you bruise. If you slice, then you're making nice clean cuts. And then when I get to the end, I will do a little bit of a chop just to make it finer. So we are going to take a tiny chop here. Okay, so that is ready to go. Then there's one more thing I want to talk about. Xanthan gum. I try to make my recipes just as low carb as possible because this has a lot of lemon juice in it. It's got a fair amount of carbs in it. Lemon is a fruit, even though it's sour. It doesn't mean it doesn't have natural sugars in it. So to save a little bit on carbs, it is supposed to be thickened with tapioca. And if you wish to do that, that's fine. I will put it in my PDF recipe. You can use a teaspoon of tapioca and a little bit of water and then put it into the juice. What I'm going to do when this has boiled down a little better, it'll probably take about 5 minutes. This is a big hot burner and a wide pan, so I don't think it's going to take too long for it to reduce. I am going to put a little bit of xanthan gum. You can just sprinkle it over the top of the sauce while it's cooking, but I'm going to wait till it's reduced a little bit more before I do that. And that's the finished product. Once we've done that, oh, one more thing, the butter. I don't want to have my butter sitting out while the chicken was cooking. And now you do have a chance to take a little taste and see whether you need to add any salt. If you remember, I backed off a little bit on the salt on this. I don't know whether my taste for salt has changed with age or what, but I made this the other day. It was just way too salty. It is plenty salty. You know, lemon gives kind of the illusion of salt. So definitely I am just going to change the written part of the recipe, even my version of it, and I'm going to take more of the salt out. Like I said, this is really, really lemony chicken. Oh, while we're talking about tools, Ree Drummond, the woman in Oklahoma that has the great show, used to watch it all the time. Prairie Woman or something like that. But anyway, sorry, Ree, can't remember the name of your show. She uses these all the time, so they're very inexpensive, and I bought one, and now I know why she uses it all the time. It is far preferable to something like this. This is round. It's sort of like the chicken, like a basketball with wings and legs on it. Well, when you're trying to stir with this, you've got this round thing. With this, you can just really get down into the corners. You can even do a little scraping on the side of the pan with it. And it's just a wonderful tool. I see why she uses it. I'm a fan now too. Okay, while this is cooking, we're going to do a little butchering on the chicken, so I can show you what it looks like. We also have some accumulated juices in here that just as well go into the pan. Okay. And so to serve this, we can cut here easily. Just comes apart so easily. Okay, so here's 2 pieces of dark. Somebody will want these wings, like me. And then you will cut down the other side of the breastbone, what's left of it. Oh, I can hear we're there with the sauce. I don't know whether you can hear this, but it definitely changes sound when it's getting down to the bottom. Ooh, so these pieces are all going to have some crispy skin on them. Okay. Okay, I'm not the world's best carver. We're going to go ahead now. Okay, when you're scraping things off the scraping board, flip your knife over and use the back of the knife, not the sharp edge, to scrape. You're going to help preserve the sharpness of your knife. And if you go spend money to have your knife sharpened by a professional knife sharpener every few months or years or whatever, why on earth would you want to ruin that edge? Okay, it is time to get it down to low. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Now we're going to start dumping in the 3 tablespoons of cold, unsalted butter. Definitely don't want to use salted butter. You know what? I am going to go ahead and put in, okay, see this? A pinch of this xanthan gum. I would say that's about probably a 1/16 of a teaspoon. And that's going to go down into the sauce and help to thicken it as well. Any more than that and you're going to get a weird flavor. So you're going to get this little bit of extra thickness from it without the weird taste. Xanthan gum is used by professional bakeries all the time. Apparently it's a good preservative. Okay, I don't know how well you can see it, but this is thickening up nicely. And that is a combination of the butter as an emulsifier and the xanthan gum. Oh, this is nice. Perfect. And at this point, you can take a little taste, see if you need any more. Salt, pepper, parsley, whatever. Perfect. Perfect. Lemony. Out of here. Make this all beautiful. I'm still not good at this end of it. I'll get better, I promise. Okay, we'll put all the dark meat together over there. We'll put all the white meat together over here. I have got to wash my hands. Sorry. And we're going to take a little bit of that great lemon sauce and spoon it over the top. Take forever. There we go. Need a little tilt. And there you have lemon chicken. Really, really lemony lemon chicken. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll follow me. Always looking for suggestions, and I'm hoping that some of you will make this and post your results at Susan Cooks on Facebook. You do have to ask for membership there. I approve, everybody, no sweat. And then you can get in on conversations, and you can also display pictures of your food. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and remember to follow me and tune in to Susan Cooks. There are now 4 videos available. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.